Okay, this is an overview about how to use this website. This is the website specifically designed for Math 120 at Essex County College, which is pre-calculus 2. You clearly clicked on this link if you're watching the video. You're watching the video now. I want to claim to you that I'm just going to go through what this web page looks like. And it's like a central resource for my section of Math 120. My name is Ron Bannon, by the way. I would recommend first you get the notes. It says you may download and print the notes for free. So if you click on this link here, what's going to happen is you're going to be brought to a website and they may ask you to sign in. Just say no thanks. You don't have to sign in. And I just want to go through this with you. You get a document over here. I'm going to close the sidebar over here. So I'm going to close the sidebar. I can expand that later, but you can just simply click on this and use the document as given to you. All right. I want to claim that on the document itself, we go through sections, like there'd be section 1, there'd be section 2, so forth and so on. Every link that's colored like this, or I should say all the text that's colored like this is linkable. So if you click on that, it would bring you directly to that section. All right. So I'm going to go back to the beginning, right? I'm going to expand this. And again, what I'm going to claim over here, that's an easy thing to do. You want to get the document. The entire course is structured around this document, all right, around this document. If you want to download the document, what you do is click this link over here and just download it. And then you get the PDF on your desktop, and that's fine too. All right, let me go back to the notes and let me just outline what one section looks like. So I'm going to pick a random section. I'll pick this section over here. So this is section 6 of the notes. I'll click on it. And what I'm going to claim is I'm clicking this thing over here, and it says section 6 of the notes. Again, we recommend you read through that. So you see the notes over here. Again, we text you to read through that. Of course, there's a little video over here. If you click on the video, you could watch a video. And these videos tend to be quite short. I call them spot videos. Like this video here is almost 2 minutes long. It's a short video. All right, very short video. And it's sprinkled throughout the notes. So for example, the structure of the notes is as follows. Each section is going to have a tiny mini lecture that introduces the material. It's a mini lecture. And again, there's little tiny videos over here where you could watch those mini videos to get familiar with the lecture if you want. All right. You don't have to if the lectures aren't, I'm sorry, if the little tiny videos aren't useful, don't watch them. All right. So you go through a mini lecture. All right. There'll be pictures drawn for you, yada, yada, yada. We go through the mini lecture, right? It takes time to get through it. Generally not long though. My lectures generally are not long. And the reason for that, we're really trying to get you guys to understand that lecture is related to being able to do a set of problems. So what I do is I eventually go through all the lecture material and then I get to example questions. So in the example questions, what we do is hopefully the lecture allows you to understand the question and answer the question. Of course, what do? I go to the whiteboard and I answer the question. Here's the other thing. These things also have videos. You could watch spot videos. So for example, let's say during lecture, you're spacing out and you can't remember ever doing example number 1. Well, you know what? You can always rewatch the little tiny video over here, all right? But examples will be done. All right, now after examples, after I go through examples, we have supplementary activities, which is homework. This is the part where you get to try, all right? So what do we mean get to try? You would be able to do problems like this now. Now that's after attending lecture and attending the examples, right? The notes are structured, lecture, example, homework. Every single section, lecture, examples, and then homework for you to do. You got to try on your own though. All right, I'm going to go back to the website. And the website is, let's see, this is 120, right? Let me go there. I'll type it in for you. It's math120.mathography.org. All right. So what do we just cover? Get the notes. The notes provide structure to the classroom. Whether it's virtual or real, they provide structure. That doesn't mean you shouldn't attend class. You should still attend classes. These notes that we provide to you, right over here, that link, remember we just talked about that link, pretty much covers all the material that's taught in this course. All right. Now over here, this might be a little bit outdated, but this is just a generalized video Typically, if I'm teaching a course, I would put up my syllabus, I would put up my schedule, and I will put up links to Zoom if they're being offered. Now, I'm not saying it's always going to be offered, but in the spring 2021, we're teaching online, so that would be there. So you would see links over here. Typically, syllabus would be there, schedule would be there, and maybe Zoom office hours, and maybe a link to Zoom lectures, depending on the semester. If I'm not teaching the course, those links wouldn't be there. All right, Webassign. That's for students that are registered in the course online. There's Webassign component to the course. This will be a link to Webassign. Okay, over here is the archived Zoom lectures. So some students actually miss, or sometimes the student during lecture is totally zoned out and they're not listening to us. So what I do is I have an archived listing of lectures. And again, this could change depending on the semester. But if you click on this, what's going to happen over here is you're going to get a bunch of folders. All right. So I'm going to say, let's say, I don't know, section 6 was really tough for you, that you spaced out, you fell asleep, you're eating lunch, you were taking a bath, whatever. You didn't do what you're supposed to do, which was pay attention and follow. Well, what you could do is I pre-record the lecture. And when I tell you these things go, what I do is, you notice there's labels over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is so typical of my structure. What's the first part? Well, it says 01 math 120 06. What does that mean? This is the first video you should watch. And what is it? It's the lecture from section 6. All right. You can click on that. I would recommend downloading it. All right. You could watch the lecture. All right. So let me just do that. It says the video doesn't exist. You would download the video. It's downloading now. And then the video, if your computers are properly configured, would open up. And then you would see, the video is about 30 minutes long. Let me close that. That's on my computer now. I'm not saying you need to watch that, but you may want to watch these things. All right. So let me talk about the next thing. So after we go through lecture, this is the structure of the course. We go through examples. Again, if you want, you could click on that. It's going to say the video doesn't exist. You have to download it to your computer. It would open up on your computer, and that's 23 minutes long for the examples. I think you're getting the idea. Now, of course, someone says, what's this over here? This is something that's optional, but I want to recommend to you that you follow along with this. And this is about Sage, using Sage, which is a computer algebra system. As you guys start to transfer to other schools use computer algebra systems. But if you click on this over here, download, you're going to get another video. This video is 10 minutes long. And again, you've played the video. It will be a video about using the computer algebra system. Let me close that video. And let me do the last thing over here. So again, lecture, examples, Sage, which is a computer algebra system, optional. You don't need to learn Sage. However, if you're thinking about moving forward, particularly to NJIT, you need to learn the computer algebra system. And number 4, what's number 4? Something I typically don't do in class, which is homework problems, but some students need to see that. So if you click on that, again, you want to download the video to your computer. And when you do that, the video would typically open up on your computer, and it's a 40-minute long video. So someone says, is homework 40 minutes long for that? You should be able to complete that homework in 40 minutes. Again, the course is structured this way. Let me repeat how it's structured. Lecture for section 6, examples from section 6, Sage from section 6, and then homework. And that's something you're doing on your own from section 6. That's all contained in the notes. When you play these videos, you're going to see me talking through the notes, including the examples, the Sage code that's in the notes, and the homework that's in the notes. All right. I hope that's been clear. Let's go to the next thing up on the website. So what do we talk about? You clicked on this thing. That's what you're watching, this little video here. Hopefully you're going to download the notes or just simply view them online. Notes are giving structure. What kind of structure? Lecture, example, Sage, homework. That's the structure it's giving to this course. All right. Typically, semester to semester, this changes a little bit, but typically if I'm teaching a course, you'll see a syllabus, you'll see a schedule. And if distance courses are being offered, you'll see lectures to Zoom. Links to Zoom. all right? These don't require you to type in a password, so you don't need a password to get to those Zoom lectures or the Zoom office hours, all right? So Webassign, for those students that are registered in class, there'll be a Webassign section, particularly students taking the distance course, because it's included in the student fee. So archive Zoom lectures, we just talked about that. Yeah, you need to download the videos if you want to watch them. One thing I want to point out, tutoring, this does change semester to semester, but there's also tutoring available at Essex County College. What I mean by that, if you click on this link over here, it would bring you to Essex County College's tutoring website, and you see a tutoring schedule over there. All right, let me go back to the course website. Optional Sage intro over here. Again, if you want to watch that intro, you can. Here's the deal though. If you go back to my notes, in the beginning, we talk about Sage. All right, let me go for that in the beginning. Let's talk about the structure. So in week one, right, I shouldn't say week one, but yeah, it is week one. We talk about trigonometric functions. What do we do? Lecture material and examples. So all this stuff in the beginning, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, is the lecture material and examples. Then you see the supplemental activities. What does that mean? My recommendation, you start to read, certainly read what we're talking about, hopefully, and doing homework. There's also going to be related Sage code. If I go to that, I'll go through this code. How do I do that? In a lecture format. And I talk how to do that. This is not to scare anyone. All right. This is just somebody saying to itself, it really pays to get your feet wet in this course in computer algebra system. And I do this for all my classes, for Math 100, Math 119, Math 120, Math 121, and Math 122. Those are the 5 courses I typically end up teaching at Essex, right? Each course is structured this way. Every single course is structured this way. Let me just go back to that. Every course is going to look like this. This is 120. For example, if you went to 121, it would look the same. 122 would look the same. 100 would look the same. And that's not bad. You can go back and review, or you can move forward. You decide, right? If you need any additional support, what I suggest you do is contact me. How would you do that? Well, one way to do it after my class, look at the syllabus. Let me go through that with you. On the syllabus, you would typically have a link to the website. You'd have my phone number, and you'd have email addresses, right? You'd also have a schedule down there if you want to do that. All right. Let me just talk about Zoom office hours for a second. If you click on this link over here, it would bring you to my Zoom office hours. Typically, that's going to be published in a schedule. Let me click on that for you. And again, this is for spring 2021. It's going to change depending on what semester you're in. But you would see in the yellow areas when my office hours are. You see when my classes are. That's in that bluish. And then the appointment ones in the orange. So let's say it's 11:30 on a Tuesday. Well, what do? You click on this link over here, the Zoom recitation office hours. It would open up a Zoom session, and I would be sitting in the room waiting to answer your questions. All right. Again, I'm not saying this answers all your questions, but as the semester goes on, you should become more familiar with what we're doing. The key thing over here, though, is the notes are the center. It structures everything that I'm giving you in the course. All right. Thank you for your attention. Again, if you want to come by during office hours, have a discussion with me, please feel free to do so. Thank you.